Hey everyone, I'm Papa Flannel. If you're wondering what we're doing here, we got a real treat. We're gonna install some new mirrors for the Honda Rebel, and I'll get rid of that Mickey Mouse look, that look, and give it a nice Africa Twin look. These are replica mirrors for the Twin, and we'll be installing them today. So all you need for this install is a crescent wrench. Uh, It's pretty simple, straightforward. First, you're gonna have to take off this little cap. It's like a little dust rain cover, and then just put your crescent wrench in there. I think that's what it's called, a crescent wrench. Loosen that up, and then just kind of spin it off the rest of the way, and it comes right off. Once you've taken that off, go ahead and grab your new mirror, and that little cap that we took off, just put it back in there. Just kind of protects it from the elements. There you go. And then just like the removal, you just kind of spin it on in there. Oh, of course I'm gonna struggle. Well, it's on camera there. And then you probably want to sit on the motorcycle just so you kind of get it aligned to your liking. And once you do align it to your liking, go ahead and tighten that little nut at the bottom. There you go. Yep, kind of slipped there. Then just put that little dust cover back on. And these look way better. They stick out a little further than the OEM ones, so you could see a little better. Here's a really quick compare. See how much more you get out of that. And if you have them side by side, this is the one for the opposite side. See, at the same distance. But really, when you're riding, this half is your shoulder. So this is like the usable space. And if you have one of these, you're really just using maybe that much usable space. Now repeat the same step on the opposite side. All right, here's a closer look at the old mirror. Well, that focusing. As you see, there's a little rust. And the reason why that happens is because there's a little gap here. So water gets in there, kind of sits, and lets it rust. So you might want to use some lube or some waterproof grease, and then just kind of smack it, just dab a couple around the threads and the nut there, and then just close this, put it back down. That way you don't get any moisture trapped in there, which will lead to you having a rusty bolt like this. Quick note here, if you're still using your OEM mirrors, or you have some different aftermarket mirrors that you might have gotten, you may need these. And then also be aware that if you're doing this on another motorcycle, you might have the reverse thread. So just something to be aware of. So for the threads in here, if you're a person that drives on the highway a lot, there's a lot of vibration, you probably want to use some thread loop. And what that will do is, prevent stuff from getting loose. But if you don't drive on the highway a lot and you ride in rain, you probably want to use some of this. And what this is anti-seize. And what that does, it prevents like rust from getting in there and making everything really hard to remove. And then on this top nut here, what you want to use is something like this, waterproof grease, which will protect, this fitting here, and it won't end up like this one you saw earlier that is all rusted and corroded. With that being said, back to the video. And in case you were wondering how they look on the motorcycle, they look pretty good. Here we have a shot of what they look like in the front. Definitely makes the motorcycle look a lot better. It takes, again, takes away that Minnie Mouse look. These are used in the Africa Twin. And then in honor of it being used in the Africa Twin, we're gonna do off-roading. And don't be like everybody else here. Take your garbage with you. Don't pollute. Here's another quick angle of how the mirrors look on the motorcycle. They do sit a little taller, looks like, but that's good, so you can see more. And by the way, before somebody says that these are not OEM mirrors, they're not. They are Kemimoto's. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.